Hi guys, I am back with my flag. So now we are going to go into the new flag choreography that we learned. It's not a lot, but I still wanted to make a video on it. So it should be an 8 count, a 16 count, and then whatever counts are for the A and the B group. So we'll figure that out. So first thing, we already learned this with Macy, so may have been like a week or two back, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically do that back scratcher. So the same thing that we've been doing a little bit, and then instead of doing some other crazy cool trick, you're just gonna slam it down on the concrete. Now, for practice purposes, you could totally slam it down on the concrete if you really wanted to, but this is also my flag, so maybe if you're not comfortable with it. So what you're gonna do is back scratcher and let it drop. So when you do that slam, when we initially learned it, we thought it was a big slam, but it turns out that it's actually just trying to get that effect. So in order to do that, the best way is to squeeze your flag. So really quickly, I'm gonna show you the back scratcher with and without me squeezing the flag, or that whole 8 count, just with and without squeezing the flag, just to show you how much of a difference it makes. So I'm not doing any of this with counts, but this is just, so you'll know, okay. And then this is squeezing the flag. Okay, so first of all, some things you should have noticed is that in the first one, it felt like it was going really fast. I felt like I didn't really have as much control of it. So that's what will happen if you don't squeeze your flag. If you do squeeze your flag, you're gonna have a lot more control. It's gonna move slower, which can help you in certain cases, but if you really need to catch up with choreography, it might not help. So you wanna squeeze that flag. That way you can just gently put it down. If you're not squeezing, it's really, really hard, because that's the first thing that it's gonna wanna do is slam to the floor. So even when you're doing the back scratcher, really squeeze that flag really tight, and it'll help slow it down too. This is a slow 8 count. So the best trick is just squeeze your flag. So all you do is just squeeze the pole end, and then the rest will follow. So squeeze. Versus just doing it. That was me trying to actually control the flag. So it's a lot harder to actually avoid that slam if you're not squeezing your flag. So that's the biggest thing, is just try to squeeze your flag for this whole 8 count. So as soon as you bring that flag up, another thing, this is a slow 8 count. With tempo, it goes 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's really slow. Squeezing is really gonna help slow that flag down, because this by itself, you could probably get it done for 2 counts. So just be aware that squeezing is really gonna help you out with that. So let's go with tempos, because this is just a really short part of choreography, and then we'll move on to the next parts. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you're doing the slam part, there are a few things that you can do. You can either really squeeze your flag, like super squeeze tight, or another thing is you can just get it like this far off the ground. You can't really see that, but you could get it this far off the ground, and that will kind of, because if you're all the way up in the press box, you won't really see that. If you're really close to it, you might see it, but I could keep my flag like that low, and it would still give the same effect. So it's just up to you how you kind of want to do it, but squeezing is a big thing that's going to help here. So we'll do it with tempo one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also, you want to get to the slam exactly on 8. This is one of those things where you don't want to get there too early or too late, because you will notice it. If everybody's doing the same thing, you want to try and get there at the same time. So that is the 8 count that we learned. Next thing that I'm going to teach you is the 16. So first thing that we do is you just end it here after your slam. So for here, it's the same exact thing. We haven't started getting into the ANVs, so this should all be the same. What you're gonna do is think about getting the tip to draw a circle kind of in front of you. So if you're standing not straight in front of you, but not to the side, kind of somewhere in the middle, if you're standing right there, you should be drawing a circle with the tip of your flag. So when you do that, I'm drawing a tip of the circle with my flag, but I'm not gonna draw a full circle. It's maybe like 3/4 full. So once I go here, it's a 3/4 circle. From here, I made this mistake. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right hand. So right now you should be at the second tab. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your right hand slide up to here. So you're gonna be in this weird Z position, kind of like when we do carves, right? It should be kind of similar to that, except you're not at the tab. So you're gonna be in the same spot, except from here, you're gonna do this really sharp. So we just did this part. You're gonna draw a circle, and here, slide up, cross really quickly. Another way to do this is squeezing your hands. I am terrible about doing this and remembering to do it, but sometimes it really does make all the difference in choreography, and it can make it just so much better. So that's one thing to really learn, is just squeezing, and that will help you get a really nice tight cross. So once you get here, what you're gonna do is let go with your left, and you wanna kind of relax your wrist. The flag is gonna drop down, and what you have to do is you're gonna be at this angle. In order to avoid getting tied up, pop your elbow out and move the flag here, and then bring it down to relax. So again, one more time. We just did this part. You're gonna cut across really quickly, drop with your left hand, it's gonna drop this way. You're ready, prepped for this angle position. Sorry. So you went this way, you did the circle, you slide up here, you cut. From here, drop the flag, and just kind of move your arm. It might take a little getting used to, and it might be a little weird, but this is where you're supposed to end up. And I think you end up moving your hand to the tab, maybe. So, actually no, you keep it there. So keep your hand still here. It might be a little harder, so maybe you move it in between the tab and that first tape. Because now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up and over the mountain, up and over the mountain. And you do this twice on both sides. So I'm not sure about footing for this exactly, but when you do it, I kind of like to bring up that back heel for the opposite side. So if I'm going this way, then that means that my right foot is gonna go out because I'm facing this way. Right, you wouldn't want, like, I can't even do it. You wouldn't want to bring your front foot up. So just bring whatever back foot up you have. So one way to remember how to do this is just, again, same thing with the tip of your flag. You're gonna kind of draw a little bump. From here, once you've drawn that bump, you're gonna bring it back down. So you're gonna draw a full circle here. Then you're gonna kind of cut across. Then you're gonna draw another mountain, draw a circle, and bring it back. So then when you do it, you should kind of be at this like second position with your arms, I think. And when you do this, you want to add your hand. So your hand is almost gonna mimic a flag, and you're just gonna do that same thing, and you can do this over and over again for as long as you want to. So you're just going up and over the mountain. And again, I'm just bringing up that heel. Not sure if that's actual choreography or not, but I like to do that. From here, once you go out, what you're gonna do is bring the flag in front of you and re-grab. So now you should be over under. From here, all you're gonna do is just a super tiny carve. And that is it for the 16. So really quick, I'm gonna go over that from the very beginning. We started here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a circle with your flag and 3/4 through, bring that right hand up, cut through. What you're gonna do is go into a nice carve. from here, up and over the mountain, up and over the mountain, uncross, and re-grab. Okay, so when you actually do up and over the mountain, go ahead and move your hand to the tab. That way you're prepped for when you uncross from here. Because otherwise this feels really close together, so just go with the tab for right now. And I'm sure Loren will correct this. So let's start all the way from the 8 counts. So we just did this, we're squeezing our flag. From here, we're gonna draw that circle, cut here. Carve. Okay, so let's try that really slow with counts. So all the way from the beginning of the 8, so 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's add in that extra 16 that we just worked on. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so let's do that one more time at that slow pace, and then we'll do it up to tempo. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and then one more time I'm gonna do this up to tempo. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that is it for all of the flag work. I will go ahead and make a separate video on parts A and B, so be on the lookout for that.